Hey guys, it's Saxable. We're back for another video. So a lot of people like the last music education video that I did. So I'm gonna make another video. In this video, I'm gonna be just playing some exercises that you can play to help take your minor, like playing minor and using diminished. And we're just gonna be talking about using diminished over minor chords. So for this example, what I'm going to be doing is starting in the key of G minor. That's my A minor for tenor players. So I'm starting on now what I'm doing is I'm just playing the arpeggio. So 1, 3, 5. That's all I'm playing. Now what we're gonna do is play the diminish. So go up a whole step. And what we're gonna do is just play the first 1, 3, 5 of the diminished. So we got. So the G minor again. And then we got A diminished. But right now we're only dealing with triads. I'm trying to think in tenor and talk about concerts. So if I say the wrong note, excuse me, I'm just thinking in two different keys. I'm thinking about people that playing the guitar and piano. But okay, so those are the only three notes we're gonna do. So for this first exercise, we're just playing arpeggios using triads. So we got. Now what we're gonna do is play inversions. And basically what an inversion is, for example. So basically we're still playing the same three notes, but we're just moving the bottom note. So basically it's still G minor chord, but it's inverted. And we're gonna do the same thing on the diminished. Okay, now let me show you the first exercise we're doing. It's gonna sound like this. Now again, we're only playing the same three notes from G minor and A diminished. So to break it down a little slower, we start on G minor. I go to the A diminished. Now we're going back to G minor, but we're just starting on the third of G minor. Back to the diminished. Back to the minor. Back to the diminished. The minor. And lastly the diminished. So this is the exercise you guys can do. And it sounds like this. Now this is really, really basic. Let me try it a different way now. Yeah, so without going back to the root, like, so basically just go to go up and then go to the third and then go to the next diminished or the closest to the diminished or the minor, like this. Okay, let's try that again, but slower. thirds going down from my highest note. Now what you guys want to do is how it's going to help develop your playing is what you want to do is take this slowly through all 12 keys. Now remember I said take it slowly. The reason why you want to take it slowly is so you can really get it under your fingers and smooth it out, and you know you don't want to develop any bad habits. A lot of musicians try to play really fast, and that what causes them to develop bad habits, and then they got to try to work it out after they develop the bad habits. Now here's another way what we're going to do. We're going to add the seventh to the same exercise. So now we're going to add the full diminished like this. Now we're going to the A diminished. And exactly how we did with the thirds, only doing thirds, we're going to do the full diminished now. Okay, so you guys can practice that through all 12 keys. Let me see. And just how we did it the other option where we just went to the third and then went to the other diminished, we can do the same thing. Now here's when it gets tricky. Now on this next exercise, we're only going to do the thirds, but we're going to add another diminished. And that diminished, all right, we got G minor. Now remember, we're working in 3 notes intervals. So we got G minor, 1, 3, 5. Now we're going to, where we at? A diminished. Now the other diminished we're going to add is B flat diminished like this. Now you can use both of these diminished over the minor chord. And where these diminished comes from the dominant sevenths, which is the flat 9. So let's say we got G minor, right? The fifth of that is D. And for the tenor players, the fifth of that is E. Now let's say if it was a dominant 7. So we got D, dominant 7, and we take a flat 9 like this. Let's just arpeggiate it. Now the flat 9 is. Now that's where the diminished comes from. And for the people that don't know what a flat 9 is, basically the flat 9 is just like a half step up from the root, but we don't think of it like that. The reason why we say flat 9 is because if we go up the scale, it's the 9th degree, but it's a half step down. So let's go back to the, sorry guys, I lost my voice this week, but I really want to get this lesson out. So let's go back to the minor. So remember, for the minor chords, we got 2 diminishes. So we got G minor, we got C sharp diminished, and C diminished. All right, now let's run this exercise. It's gonna sound like this. Okay, now just like we did before, we can do the same pattern. Just going, for example, like going up the triad and back down. Now go to the next diminished, which is A diminished. And then we go to B flat diminished. And now we're playing an inversion of the A diminished. And we keep doing the same pattern. Now this is in thirds. Like this is only using like 1, 3, and 5. When I say thirds, I mean just only using 1, 3, and 5. Now if we want to add 1, 3, 5, and 7, it will sound like this. For this video, I'm just taking it through one key, but you guys have to practice this in all 12 keys. The other exercise we got. Okay, now, like I said, using the 2 diminishers over a minor chord. Here's a basic phrase that, well, I don't want to say basic because this is, if you're playing like this is high level stuff like that the jazz masters used to do. So what we're gonna do is say you're playing over G minor. That's I'm speaking concert again, remember, but it's A for my tenor. So here's a phrase that you can do. It sounds like this. Now, I didn't create this phrase. This was just something that, you will hear Bud Powell do, Charlie Parker do. This is from how they approach in the 30s. Very different from how John Coltrane was approaching playing minor chords. These guys were using diminishes. Now let me show you what that is. We go, and it has a nice sound, but it just arpeggios. Now we got G minor, arpeggio. Now go down a half step. And when you land on the half step, basically you're landing on that diminished. So you play, now you play on that diminished. Go down the half step. And the reason why it sounds slow slick is because go down another half step and play the diminished. And now end on the root. So it sounds like. And what you want to do is take that through all 12 keys, like all this type of phrase. Sorry. There it is. Okay. Ha. So that's basically how you want to practice it. And again, you can practice this idea going in fourths, like starting on G minor. Now you can do the same thing in your, G minor, and then you go to C and play the same phrase. So this is how a lot of the old jazz musicians was playing. They were using these two minor chords, two diminished chords to play on minor. So for like a song, for example, that you can practice on is Softly as a Morning Sunrise, because you have that 5-1. You guys heard of like a 2-5-1, then you got the minor 2-5-1. And songs like this, that's where these type of ideas are really gonna come in handy. So I'm gonna just play a different phrase, like just play some examples so you guys can start to hear the sound. So of using the minor, using the diminished over the minors, like. And another thing you can do is start using triplets. Like, so I can say, these are just exercises you say. So I hope this video was very helpful on just these exercises, and make sure to like and subscribe. And if you guys got anything else that you want me to teach for music, let me know in the comments. If this video was very helpful, let me know. I've been teaching music online too long, so I'm just trying to find the best ways to spread my knowledge to other musicians and get them to understand what I'm doing. So y'all get to working on them diminished chords and all minors. You know what I'm saying? Like a lot of people just want to use pentatonics over minors. And then, people want to try to go off the key and stuff. But right now, it really has, like Beethoven, it really has a nice sound. When you just practice making up phrases with just using these two diminished based on this minor. A lot of people heard songs like, a lot of songs have this type of movement. And you can just hear that in the background. And imagine you're playing a ballad and you're playing these type of advanced ideas like. You get saxophone cadenza and you want to go. I went to the fourth, and you do the same.